Hey, what's up YouTube? This is the Mermail Master coming at you from the Team Time Riders YouTube channel with another exciting card review. This time we're going to be taking a look at Nirvana High Paladin, one of the newest secret rares from the Dark Illusion and one of Yuya's ace monsters. Now this is the first Synchro Pendulum monster that's ever been released, and it's instantly a very good card that you might want to consider running. It's a level 10 monster, a synchro monster that requires one tuner and then one or more non-tuner synchro monsters. So it's a little bit like Crystal Wing in that respect. It's dark, it has 3,300 attacks, so it's the spiritual successor to Shooting Star Dragon, and it has an amazing pendulum scale at level 8. It's a spellcaster type monster as well, and it has two separate effects, one for its pendulum effect and one for its monster effects. So I'm going to start with the pendulum effect, which states that if a pendulum summoned monster or any pendulum monster attacks a monster that your opponent controls, you take no damage and it can't be destroyed by that battle, and then your opponent's monster loses attack power equal to the attack of the monster that you crashed into it. So this can be like a pretty useful effect. It's sort of like a non-targeting effect that can decrease the attack power of something to get over it. Help a lot of strong guys defeat or help a lot of weak guys defeat like one strong guy. But I still don't really think it has that much usefulness or utility, specifically because you're going to want to rank up or overlay into to larger dudes. So it's not really too useful of a pendulum effect as far as it goes. It's not like a self-replacing thing, or doesn't like increase attack power sort of like Pendulum Sorcerer does. But I think the real reason people like this card is because the pendulum scale of 8 is extremely good. Specifically just for using this card to have a high scale. Sometimes completing that high scale can be a little bit tougher for decks, so having this card is good. And then its monster effects, I think, are really what people come here for. So its first effect states that if you pendulum summon a monster and you control a synchro monster, you can treat any pendulum summon pendulum monster as a tuner to special summon this card, which is cool. So you don't have to run like specific tuners in order to get Nirvana High Paladin out. And if you use a pendulum summon pendulum monster as a tuner for the synchro summon of this card, what you're able to do is you can add any card in your graveyard right back to your hand, and it doesn't matter what you need. You can just get that card right back to your hand, so it instantly finds a lot of usefulness in some kinds of pendulum decks. You can really make the best use out of this ability. The third and final effect that I think people really want to focus on is that when Nirvana High Paladin attacks and destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can have your opponent's life points. So if this is like the first attacker, you attack over a defense position monster that your opponent has set, they instantly go from 8,000 to 4,000, and you'll usually have maybe one or two, 23 to 3,000 beaters on the field, where you can then just finish your opponent off and give you a little bit more staying power than you would have had before. So very good effect, and I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of it. On the flip side, Nirvana the High Paladin doesn't really have too much protection, so that could be a little bit of a problem holding the card back. But I think a lot of people may find the usefulness and utility of this card to be unparalleled in that respect. And then lastly, when it's destroyed while as a monster, you can place it inside your pendulum zone, and then that's when the pendulum can take effect. So it's like you get more use out of it as a scale as well. So this has been a review of the card Nirvana High Paladin. I think it could have some very big uses sometime down the line. But if you like this video, please remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. And looking forward to see you next time. Peace.